Good morning or evening, everyone, wherever you are when you're watching this. Today we are going to have a little bit 4K, no copyright, low-fi beat in the background. These are all royalty-free songs. You can find this kind of music in several places. We're going to quickly check what's on offer. I never buy any cosmetics or anything else. You don't need them to play the game, but of course if you like them, you go ahead. But sometimes they have nice discounts on useful things like gems or gold. And we're gonna do a premiere draft. I'm very tired. Originally I wanted to play a sealed pool, but with sealed, the deck construction can be really tricky. Have to be quite tight, and I didn't catch as much sleep as I wanted, so we're just gonna go ahead and play a chill draft. This format has been pretty nice so far, at least for me. I don't know what others think about it. I apologize if my English is slightly off today. Oh wow, never seen this card. To be absolutely honest, both red looks good. Kimono is very nice. Seismic Wave can be very powerful. Stalker is an excellent card. Bloodfell Caves can enable a good 2-color or 3-color deck. But this just looks like a very good deal. I think we have to go with this saga. And anyway, I wanted to try green. The 3 blue cards are nice together though as well. But of course the chance that all 3 wheeler is very low. Anyway, I wanted to try green with something, because I've been playing against a lot of green black, which has been very impressive, but yesterday I also saw wonderful, very synergistic red green deck, and I can also imagine green being good with the good blue tempo cards. Like, look at Network Disruptor. Let's say you get 2 creatures of your saga, right? You get the monk and you get the flying dragon spirit. Network Disruptor can tap something down. Moonsnapper type can bounce something. Your Puzzle Maker can get an even more damage flying in, or just hang back and remove something. And this pack, I really like the Visitor. I want to try it out. But the Death Touch creature is also very useful, and Twisted Embrace is a fantastic removal card. I might actually go with Twisted Embrace. I think Visitor and Shingeki, Fang of Shingeki, are both very good, but Twisted Embrace has just been so good, and I think in general removal is lovely in this format. You need a lot of good removal. Also, green has this enchantments synergyse. I don't think I'll get the Visitor, but that's okay. And Twisted Embrace fits into, quickly get the dual land. Recovery unit is very nice as well. I like the Modern Age, I think it's fantastic value. Koi, very useful. Wow, lots of good cards in general. I mean, if we can put some auras and counter some things, then this might be a good way to bring back a 2/3 toughness creature. Or shall we just make our mana better? This is tricky, because if you do take the dual land, that's one way to make sure that we can go splash for a 3rd color. But I did want to try the Unforgiving one. I think that's something my opponent has to remove, right? Okay, so Reactor is nice. I like Ace, but we're not going into white most likely. Auto Companion is very good, and we can still be white. GK Preserver is decent. I mean, the baseline is a 4/4/4. Or you can use a channel mode if that's needed. But I want to try out Tales of Master Seshiro. I think a 5/5 Vigilance creature is very strong in this format if you can stabilize and have a good board when it flips. And also, again, with the Unforgiving one, the counters should be nice. I think that's a quite synergistic pick here. Ooh, Azusa has many journeys. It looks like... I might just go with Master's Rebuke. Azusa has many journeys is lovely. It's a very good saga, and it helps with the things we want to do with our enchantments. Hiding Stalker is very good because it gives counters, so that synergizes with our modified sub-theme. The Terrarium as well, but again, removal. It's just... but it's just good. We just need good removal. Bearer of Memory... it doesn't look good. I mean, a 3/2 never looks very tempting. It's easy to trade down. But nobody likes to have this hanging around because of the ability. Depth of the Kami... I mean, maybe Animus is the strongest one here. Lethal Exploit is very good, but I mean, Animus hits them twice and then gives us a creature. That's just so much value. My only worry at the moment is that our curve is very high. Do we want to ramp? We don't really want to ramp in this deck, we're not going that high. There aren't very many super high cost cards in general. So the question here is whether we want the Beetle, which gives us an artifact and it can help us to make the opponent discard, or do we want the Stalker? The Stalker is, I think, a very nice creature, but I don't see at the moment how we are getting in early, so making use of the ninjutsu might not be that good. Then again, it can take back one of our saga creatures if we get more. That might be good. Anchor to Reality, that's not really for draft in my view. You want to splash blue. That to the Kami can be decent if the opponent is running. I like Explosive Entry as well, it almost always gets something good. I mean, if you're going green, we might be in a position to sometimes play the Colossus, but I think I would rather go again with removal, it's just a safer option for the moment. Seismic Wave is a very good removal spell. So here I'm a little bit tempted by Moonfall Puzzle Maker. We could still end up splashing for blue. Centipede is a decent creature, but we're quite busy. Well, we're not that busy actually, anywhere on the curve. But maybe I'll just go with dual land, just in case we want to splash. It's not that easy to get duals, so... Ward 2, whenever you cast an artifact spell, for a +1/+1. Maybe that's not bad, right? If we get a couple more artifacts, at the moment we don't really have anything, but black has good artifacts. Should we just go with the Network Disruptor? I think Patchwork Automaton is just safer, and it's a 2-drop, which is nice. I like Return to Action. I think combat spells in this format are very good. I mean, better than usual. Not very good. You shouldn't take them over other good cards, but... Artificer... no... Companion is good though, but I think I'll just go here with the Return to Action. It can save a crucial creature at an important point in the game. So if we would splash red, would we rather want the reactor or the Aki Ronin? Maybe the Ronin? Oh well, yeah. sideboard card. Not in the sideboard though, but still. Yeah, that's a good trick as well. Puppet. And Puppet might even work out. Let's see at the end how many counters we have. So here I would be okay with the Preserver, I would be okay with the Scrounger, I wouldn't mind the Blade Blesser too much. Blade Blesser has been quite good. When it has Menace, it's very, very nice, and in this deck we have a ton of enchantments. Befriending the mods would be perfect in this deck, but splashing white looks very unlikely at the moment. If we could splash white anyway, probably I would take Touch of the Spirit Realm, because it can help remove almost anything. But of course, we get the Channel Land, which is just very, very good. We can get back something, and it's land, so we'll have to go with that, definitely. So the green-black deck I wanted to draft is coming together. What does our curve look like at the moment? We have 2 combat tricks. It's not that good. We have a removal spell and we have 2 creatures on 2. At the moment we are a little bit thin on the board. So what do we get? Hidetsugu. Sacrifice a creature, scry 2. Well, we only want to do this ever if... Yeah, not very often, but... And 2 red, exile the top card of your library and you play that card. Okay, so the red splash might make sense with this. Ronin is a good card, but maybe not in this deck. We're playing for long game mainly. Although it can turn into a draw. Mender is a fantastic card, and it replaces itself, draws a card. Voltage Surge is very good, Tanuki is very good. But I think we're just gonna go, give it a go here with Hitotsugu. At worst, I think this card will be a 4/4/4, and maybe it can Scryons if they try to remove it. Oh, we get Hitotsugu consumes all as well. Now I'm more and more tempted to splash for red. There aren't a lot of non-land permanents with value 1, and exiling doesn't do a whole lot in this format. If at all, it's worse for me because we have the Abandon Mire. Getting a 3/3 late in the game. Actually, not that tempted. The Guidebot or the Tanuki or the Haven might be better cards for me. I think I'll just go with the Tanuki. I don't think a lot of Tanukis are gonna go around again. Hitotsugu consumes all might even come around. I think this was just a much safer pick. Okay, we get another Tanuki straight up, right? So what about the Helm? I mean, I think this is a very good card. But I also think Reliquary is a good card. Kami's Flurry. Gosh. Any advice from chat? What would you take here? I mean, I think Helm is the biggest upside, but it's also the biggest risk because we might end up not splashing. Reliquary is relatively safe. Well, whatever, let's take the high upside, high risk. We already have a Tanuki, so I'm like, we might be okay without it. Historian's Wisdom, enchant artifact creature, when it enters. You can draw us a card and it buffs one of our creatures. Okay, Hoover Bike is good, I think, in almost any deck. Haven might be nice if we do splash for red. I mean, Season of Renewal is, I think, just very good, because it gets back to important things. But I'm still very tempted by the Haven, though. And with this kind of card, like Season of Renewal, my impression is usually that it only matters if you get it in a very late game. Shrine of Cruelty is a good shrine. And it's also an enchantment. Shadow Walker is is not bad. I think Ninja Skina is very good, much better than I thought. Construct, we are not discarding a lot of cards. And the Shrine is also a desktop creature. Harmonious Emergence is very nice, but yeah, desktop creature which can pick things off. So we might go with another Haven, and then our fixing is really rather good. The Ambusher, could this be good? We already have a Refined Bargain. I like to have one in the deck, but I don't think I want to cut to it. At least not at this point. We might get one later. Synthesizer is a very nice card, as is Kami of Industry. We already have 3 artifacts. There are things you can get back. But I think we're just gonna go for sure and try to get our fixing here. So here I would get Geothermal Kami, definitely. Boon is a strong card, but I mean, you can use it well. It's not a strong card, but it can be used well. Scrapfelder, I mean, it's sort of a combo card, isn't it? It doesn't do so much for us. We don't have the artifacts for it. But we do have the enchantment synergies for Kami. It can bounce one of our sagas, and we can get value out of those again. Surge is very nice. If we could make red work somehow, but I think we have a low creature count, so I'll just go with the Blade Lesser to make sure that we have enough manpower. We need boots on the ground. Careful Cultivation is not a bad aura. So the Terrarium might be good because we do care about modification. And if we do go 3-color, splash for red, it's nice. But I'm still just gonna go with probably here with the Archer. We are a little bit slower than my decks have been so far. This is a less aggressive deck, playing more towards the late game and overpowering the opponent with the sagas and scrying and whatever. So, wow, we're getting a lot of custom mana, but also a lot of passive mana, right? And if we splash for a third color, can we really play Relic Fury? But then again, it's so useful if we can draw a card off it. Mirror of Memory is not that good. Well, here... a little monkey could be good. Yeah, well, let's just put it on the side and see what we get. Artificer... I'd rather keep the option open to splash for something. We get a good black rare. I mean, I think for malicious malfunction, most of our creatures, any of our creatures get hit by it. Okay, we don't want to. Fang of Shigeki, I would like to pick one up, but not as a first pick. Iron Apprentice, no, we don't have the synergies. We already have a Blade Blesser, and the red cards are just not amazing for us, so they are not really motivating us to go for the splash either. I think we'll just have to stick with the Ninja. I mean, it's in our main color and one of our main colors, and it can get us good value. And we get the Snake Druid as well. I think the Snake Druid is a very annoying card. Yeah, because we do have the... We do have a couple of well, we have 2 sagas at the moment, right? Oh, we also have this. Wow. And we have the Twisted Embrace. Wow. And with the Geothermal coming, we can double up many things. Season of Renewal would be good again, but yeah, I think definitely we can make good use of the Weaver of Harmony. And look, we even get the enchantment creature. I mean, Tanuki again would be nice. I hope to see a Tanuki later on in the game. I think we're just gonna cut red. Okiba Reckoner Raid would be good too, if help us to get in damage, and it's another saga. We could double up the triggers, drain more. Yeah, we're definitely gonna go with the visitor, and for the moment the red card has to go, and probably we're gonna... If you're not playing red, then yeah, this looks better, and the puppet doesn't look good enough. Okay, let's get the visitor. We get Azusa's journey, many journeys. I love Naomi. Naomi is so good value, but I mean, Community with Spirits is bound to hit almost all the time. It looks just like fantastic filtering, but you can get Tamiya's safekeeping. A single one would be very good in the deck as well. And Jungle Hollow would help us a lot with the mana. Although we don't have a lot of double mana costs, right? I think we're just gonna go with Azusa to up the... Yeah, I mean, imagining doubling up the second trigger, we get 6 lives, but it's really ahead. It can matter in games where we are slower and the opponent is getting ahead. I like You're Already Dead as well. It's just a nice card. We already have a Reliquary. We're not going to play red most likely unless we get some really unexpected late one, but we're already at hit 5, so that probably won't happen. We don't have a lot of... We do have a lot of 4 drops. Okay, so we don't really need the Preserver. Honestly, I might just go with Bamboo Grew Archer because you can channel it. And it's just a good early game blocker, probably very annoying for a lot of decks. Courtyard. We don't have a single creature type that's dominant, right? No. Snake is the most prevalent. Right, we're not gonna go for Snake here. Sadly, wow, so much good white removal. People are not drafting white. I can't understand that, but we get another Kami. That's gonna be very strong in this deck if we do survive the late game. Ninja's Kunai wouldn't be bad either. It would up our removal. Ancient Fang, it can modify a creature. Oh no, it gets a ++ if we have a modified creature. But yeah, in this deck, basically it would be most of the time a 3/4. Kami of Restless Shadows, it's not bad, but I think I would just rather go with the Tails. It's harder to remove at the beginning, and then it's a 5/5. It's a lot of value. Another card enabling a red splash or filtering. Commune with Spirits might be very good because in the early game it can help us to get a land, and in the late game it can help us to get a final enchantment that's useful. Creature count is good because we have a couple of sagas as well. How about Careful Cultivation? This doesn't look very good. I think I would rather go with the Blade Blesser. Maybe I'm wrong about that card. I don't know. For the moment, I will choose Season of Renewal. It promises to give really good value, but I don't think it's gonna make the cut. Let's just take something for the sideboard to fill out our collection. Oh, we get a Jungle Hollow. Oh my god, that's... It's weird. No one else seems to be in our color there. That's brilliant. Yeah. Wow, people are really low on the duels. Well, we're not really splashing anything more, so... But we have to be careful because the removal is not amazing. I'm used to playing black things, and so let's look at only the things that we might consider splashing. Quick creature, yes. So this would count as a modification if we reconfigure something with it. And it can draw us a fresh hand. So if we were to play a third Haven, we could probably reliably cast this, and if we were to play the Caves as well. But it would make our decks slower and a bit more erratic. Puppet is interesting as well. For each kind of counter on target permanent, put another counter of that kind on it or remove one from it. So this can be interesting, right? Because we do have, how many sagas do we have? We have 5 sagas. So the saga has a very good second chapter. What we can do with it is we remove one counter from the saga and then it triggers again in the next turn and goes again to chapter 2. So I don't know, if we really want 3 life again, okay, that's not that brilliant. What else could it do for us? Could cut +1/+1 counters on 2 creatures. That's, for example, very strong, I think. Or yeah, well, so. Long Reach of Night. Long Reach of Night would be good, for example. It makes our opponent discard again. So Dramatist this puppet could be decent, right? Or it could give another menace counter to our ninja. Yeah. Yeah. It does help with the number of modified creatures, which is good with the Unforgiving one. I'm honestly tempted by this card now. Maybe I shouldn't be. So I think I don't think I'm gonna go for the red plan. I think we have a pretty consistent deck. And this is a very nice card and I would be very, very happy to try it out. But increasing the number of tapped lands by 2 could cost us some games. So I think if you only draw tapped lands, we're basically giving away 1-2 turns easily. Yeah, I think that's just not good enough. Debt to the Kami is good if you're sniping something that's important for your opponent. Like if you need to get in. For example, in an aggressive deck, it's good because in the early game, your opponent can't establish their defenses, you're getting in more damage, it's easier to close the game out. It's good against white decks if they have or blue decks if they have a lot of enchantments going. You can force them to exile something. Although blue decks have really cheap enchantments, sagas. Almost all of them run multiple copies of the Modern Age. It's not a great snipe with it, right? That's why I'm not so high on it. I'm thinking that 1 might just be enough. We don't need more, maybe. So how many creatures do we have? At the moment we have 14 creatures, but we have 5 sagas, and all 5 sagas turn into creatures. We have 6 instant spells, which tells me that we might have too many combat trips. And we don't have a lot of card draw. So that's something to watch out for. Yeah. And because we don't have a lot of card draw, I mean we have a little bit of selection with Commune with Spirits and Reconner's Bargain and Roadside Reliquary. So these are our 3 spells which can help us to have a bit of selection, look around in the deck. Well, Hidatsugu in some cases, I mean, if we get Hidatsugu in the late game, we have a lot of extra mana. We have enough. We have enough mana. We don't need Hidatsugu to be a defender. So we're in a dream position. Then we could use one of our Uncharted Havens to give us red mana and use his ability, but I mean, that's sort of a dream scenario. I don't think that's gonna happen very often. We're not cutting Tanuki, and we're not cutting Tales of Master Seshiro. I definitely want to give a go to Hidatsugu. Long Reach of Night just looks like fantastic card advantage. Twisted Embrace, one of my favorite cards in this set. And Geothermal Kami, I mean, just imagine Geothermal Kami comes in, bounces Twisted Embrace, you get the life from the Kami, cast Embrace again, you remove 2 creatures, you can reassign where you need the +1/+1 from Twisted Embrace. It's just so much value. I might go down on the shrine because we only have 1 shrine, so this is never gonna be more. This is always. It can destroy creatures with 1 toughness, but I mean, honestly, in the late game, there aren't that many 1 toughness creatures running around. There are a few sometimes. But I think 2 and 3 toughness is where it's at in this format, very often. So even though the enchantment synergies are good and everything, we have a little bit heavier high-end already. 5/4 drops. Basically we have 8 cards that we can't cast before turn 4. I mean, we can cycle the Tanuki, but that's also not amazing. We don't want to do that usually. Biting Palm Ninja we would want to play most of the time because it can get us an extra card. Yeah, Unforgiving One I'm quite excited about. Jugan we're definitely going to play. So I'm not sure about Season of Renewal. My experience in draft with this kind of card is that it looks so good and so strong, but actually it's only useful at all if the game goes very long. Because unless you are at, I don't know, 7-8 mana, you don't want to cast this, right? You need to be able to be at a point where you can comfortably double spell and you have enchantments and creatures in your graveyard. That probably doesn't happen before turn 4-5, before a couple of exchanges happened and your opponent has removed something. So it looks very nice, it's like, wow, 2 for 1, but in order to actually get that 2 for 1, exploit that 2 for 1, the stars need to be well aligned. I really like You're Already Dead because it replaces itself, and we didn't get any of the Death Touch, Shingeki's Viper or Shingeki's Snake or whatever it is. We're definitely going to keep these. And one of the good things about Commune with Spirits is that it can basically grab our sagas, but it can also grab these 2 creatures, 3 creatures, oh yeah, the Auras as well, and Tanuki as well. So it can in total grab 10 cards. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's very, very good. Yeah, so these 3 cards are staying. Bargain is staying. We might skip Return to Action. It's a good card, I think, in this format, but we already have quite a few instants. This is very good removal. This synergizes with all our enchantment creatures. So how many artifacts do I have? We have. Oh, this is our only artifact. Okay, well then that's an easy cut, right? And we have 17 lands. So with Commune with Spirits and the Tanuki, can we cut 1 land? I hate playing 17 lands. I know that that's the safe count, but I also know that I flood so much, even on 15, 16 lands, and I don't have a whole lot of ways. This is not like a set where lands have cycling or anything. Yeah, we could easily cut the black land and or maybe cut one of the havens. Yeah, I think 3 tap lands are a bit too many. Haven is nice, it helps a lot with fixing, but we go like this, and then we have 6, 7, 8 potential black sources and 8, 9 potential green sources and 1 colorless. I think that should work out, and then we could include either return to action or depth to the Kami. Blade Lesser is nice, but not that good, especially since we don't have any artifacts, so that detracts from its value significantly. Puppet is good, but it comes a bit late. I think we're just gonna go with Depth to the Kami, and maybe we can use it to snipe good sagas from the opponent's deck, and that makes our early game a little bit stronger as well. We have a decent early defensive game, because Visitor can start growing relatively early. Azus has many journeys, can gain us life, help us curve out, and it's a 3/3 for 2 mana investment. It comes later, but still. The Archer is a good defender. I usually, if my opponent has it, I often spend a removal spell. If I'm in red, then you get the Kami's whatever, fire, which deals 3, but in black you have to spend targeted removal, unconditional removal on it, and in white as well you have to spend something better on it to get rid of it. Yeah, we seem to be having a good early game. This should enable us to survive until our later cards come in, either the big green creatures or the Kamis, and the Kamis can accrue value. Right, let's give it a go. So let's see how it goes. Green-black. I really wanted to try it because I played against a number of green-black decks, and usually I think I won most of my games against them, but they were always very tight, and it looked like sometimes my opponents were darting a little bit too much. And I was always thinking that if you can make things a bit more aggressive, then those decks could work out very well. Wow. Okay. What a strange hand, isn't it? Let's see what we can get, right? Oh, perfect. Look at that. That's value. That is good value. Yeah, and that little monk is also going to ramp us. Okay, so our opponent shows that they can do a very aggressive, convincing start. I also like the Bamboo Grove Archer because, well, not just the reach, but there are a couple of very naughty flying creatures. For example, the 5 mana blue saga, which turns into a creature, an X3 flyer or XX flyer, and that gets, where X is the number of X is the number of cards that the player has in their hand. That's a very nasty one. In the late game, it can be quite strong. Okay, what is my opponent going to be up to here? Removing my archer, and then Roaring Earth. Just pump things, and... I think in the long term, the Stalker's ability is the more annoying. Oh, wow. That's a beautiful aggressive start from my opponent. They certainly will only have 1 creature in play. Well, I mean, we can go with the Reliquary and sack it and exchange it for a card, but we can do that later as well. These are instants. We're on 5 mana at the moment. It's not a whole lot. Yeah, I think we're just going to sit back and see what we can do. Whenever land enters, I think we do want our opponent to sack a enchantment. Yeah. Okay, I'm quite happy that that's gone. I don't want them to get access to more things. Bronze cudgels. Wow. That's a bit scary, to be honest. That's a bit scary. Yeah. Actually, that's very scary. Yeah, wow. Okay. So we have a 2/2 flying creature. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may play X. When you do, put X +1/+1 counters on that creature. Turn the music down a wee bit. As long as you control 5 or more modified creatures, Remnant of the Rising Star gets +1/+1 on its trample. So we don't have enough mana at the moment to cast the Tanuki, which is very, very sad. But we also don't really want to spend the Tanuki on... Oh, we actually can cast the Tanuki. Silly me, because my little boy gives me... I wish I could pay X, but yeah, we don't have any extra mana. Now the problem is that my opponent can just they can just put all their mana in the following turns into the cudgels and offer me very bad trades. So here we are just going to sack the reliquary and see what we get. Okay, that can lead to a good trade, because this could block something. Right. Okay, let's just see what our opponent does. We could, if everything goes well, we could get even 2 or 3 of their creatures here. Luckily the cudgels don't give them they don't give them trample. Fang of Shingeki coming in. Okay, Etching of Kumano coming in. Alright. Interesting. Oh, that's going to ninjutsu something in, right? Maybe they have another stalker. I think I can offer them the trade here. Yeah, I don't mind it so much. Yeah, it's just a trade. Okay. That's it. It wasn't terribly exciting. Huh. I thought they are more ambitious. Wow. So I think we're just going to force them again to sack a sack one of the enchantment creatures. Yeah, any one of your creatures. I don't mind if you sack the stalker. It has 2 counters on it, so. And the ability is a little bit annoying as well. So yeah, go for it. I think they're just going to sack the Preserver. I mean, that doesn't have any special ability, but you know, 1 less creature. It's not a bad thing to have gotten rid of it. Now we would need another Black Source desperately. We only have 5 lands so far, 6 lands. Okay, well, not much to do here at the moment. Twisted Embrace on Remnant of the Rising Star would have been beautiful. Yeah, 3/3 flyer which destroys their stalker, and and then we can just, I don't know, keep getting in the air. I think this has to be a bad trade, right? Otherwise they're just going to beat me down. We might have a combat trick. Yeah. Oh, that's life. Not much I can do about that. Okay. Wow. That card looks good in this deck. And we get another forest. 5 forests. That's not brilliant. Okay. My opponent drew 5 lands in total, and everything else has been guess. Yeah, good call. Right, we're just going to have to fight the Renegade, use your dead on it, and hope to draw into something decent. What is this going to do? Wow! Good grief. Does it have flying? No, it doesn't. Okay. Wow. This is quite lucky. You can actually pay 2, right? Oh, that's beautiful. I don't have additional lands, but wow, that was a lot of damage they got through as well. Yeah. I mean, they're drawing absurdly well. They drew 5 lands and everything else has been action, pure action. Wow, gosh. Good. Yeah, because of the cudgel they can basically trade every turn. Huh. I never looked at cudgels in this way, but actually it is really good, and the equip is only 1, which is fantastic. I have to start playing that card. Oh, we get land number 8. Beautiful, because we already had... Oh, gosh. I hate this game sometimes. Flooding is really... Look at that. So they are at 23. They drew 5 lands in total. Everything else has been pure action. And okay, never mind. They basically drew a creature for every turn. I think we're gonna go with the Ember Keeper. But this is not gonna do much. I think we're dead, right? Yep. Yeah, we are. And look at that, they're gonna get a removal spell on top of it or something like that. We never saw another back source. It's a bit ridiculous, right? We do have 8 in the deck, and one of them showed up in half of the deck. Well, that's magic. Not much to do about it. That's life. Yep. It is what it is. And we're dead. Okay. So... yeah, red-green looks tempting again if you have good draws and you draw creatures every turn. Alright. I hope the run won't be like this. I mean, we didn't see any of our rares. We did see 1 rare and 1 mythic rare, to be honest. Yeah. I might have drafted too many cards which are just spinning the wheels, right? Oh my god. I mean, this looks so good. We don't have anything to play in the first 3 turns. Well, whatever. We start game, so we're just gonna go ahead and try and, I don't know, do something. I mean, this looks brilliant, so if we do get to curve out into our sagas and then bounce them with the Kami, then we're gonna be miles ahead. But so our opponents are on ninjas and pushing their ninjas pretty aggressively. But we're gonna go and try to... We're gonna get some ninja value for sure, but if we can curve out nicely... Yeah, they're going to ninja in something. The ninjas are interesting as well, because many of them only get... They do get to bounce the... Ouch, this is painful. Why? Why? Yeah, that's a tricky thing. Jugan didn't do anything, thanks to the Moon Snare Specialist. That lined up very nicely for my opponent though. I should have thought about it. I mean, I shouldn't forget that this card is in the set, and if my opponent is playing ninjas, that's sort of yeah. Oh well. Okay. We're definitely going to bounce the Long Reach of the Night. No, we don't want that creature yet because we have my opponent has 0 creatures in hand. Okay. Right. And we can't use the ability. We can bounce Long Reach of Night. And we did get a little bit of health. We have 2 good blockers, and we're going to play Long Reach of Night again. And that's going to give us a lot of value because our opponent will have to discard 2 cards. 2 more cards. So we should be getting ahead here. We should be getting ahead here. Koi. Koi is good, yeah. We're just gonna start going in. I mean, we have to beat them down at some point, right? We could raise them, but because of the ninjas, I'm a little bit wary of letting them get in. I don't mind so much, because if they bounce the centipede, what happens is that they don't hit me hard, they lose the Silver Fur Master, so they lose the buff and the discount. Oh, Nashi, wow, they really have everything, look at that. That's gonna get them 2 excellent cards, Right, that was a bit tough. Huh, they get rid of my Master's Rebuke. How nasty. Okay, I think we will want to cast another Kami. Yes, we're going to use the ability, we're going to pump the Kami. We're gonna get back the Long Reach of Night, we're gonna keep getting in, and we're gonna leave the 2 Kami behind and try to prevent my opponent ninjutsuing too much. And then we're just gonna try and long reach of Knight again, and you know, just hope to yeah, that was a good trade. Long reach of Knight again. You're going to discard a lot of cards to this. I mean, they already discarded 1, 2, 3, 4 cards to it. Very good, very good. I am gonna keep the Remnant of the Rising Star back because, well, what else? But even so, I don't want them to ninjutsu in something powerful. They might. It looks like they have something. I mean, yeah. Oh gosh. Oh, they have all the ninjas. How can they? Whatever. Okay, they can discard or sack. Right. I think we're just gonna bring this again, right? I think so. And we're just gonna pump it. Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna get that back again. And we're just gonna keep that here. I wonder what they have going on. We are very, very far ahead in terms of cards, but in this game we only drew 5 lands, so yeah, naturally. What else? No, we're not blocking that one. Long reach of Knight again. And oh, that's nice. We'll have to sack a few things. And we could... yeah, they'll have to start sacking things, so it's okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. No. I don't know. They need to get very lucky in order to close out the game fast enough. Okay, we started drawing lands, that's good. We started drawing lands, that's very, very good and very, very important. And we can establish a board, we can bounce this again. We can get a couple of good blockers, and yeah, we're gonna be okay. I'm gonna kill their guaranteed 5/5 because if they have to keep spending mana on pumping the Infiltrator, that's a lot less efficient, and it means that if they have high mana cost cards, they can't cast those either, so yeah, that's okay. I mean, you can pump it up to 3 damage, but that won't help them. Yeah, long reach of Knight. They can discard or sack. Yeah, that's okay. And what do they want? I might just keep up that to the Kami. Yeah, I think that's quite mean, but I like it. There you go. But you still have to sack it. And very good, very good. So now we can bring maybe Hidatsugu and Stalker and do something with Commune the Spirits. Commune the Spirits. We can get the Tanuki. Yep, and we can just beat our opponent to death comfortably. I think that's nice. Good. Finally, Wow, that was a very grindy game thanks to our opponent's ninjas bouncing our creatures all the time, but they kept bouncing our kamis, which kept giving us life and getting our brutal massacre saga back. So I don't know whether that was a good strategy on their part or not. I'm not sure it was, but yeah, we did it. Yay! Taxian. Right, we don't keep one landers. 3 lands are perfect, yeah. Maybe we'll stand back the Nezumi, but try Weaver, and then try to ninja in something. Ninja. Sadly we can't keep the Meyer, but there's still a bit of hope if we do get... I don't want to play Takenuma first, right? I mean... Okay, let's play the Weaver. It can block profitably, unless they have a follow-up enchantment straight away. It's a generous visitor. Ooh, another red-green. Okay, so I'm not the only one who noticed that red-green is pretty good. Yeah. Alright, let's see how this works. Do they block? No. Okay, then we ninja in. Yep. Let's see how this works out. Let's take action, and we can choose an on-land card and get rid of it. I don't like either of these two. I think this is more value in the long term. I mean, this gives them a card as well. It's pretty hard to remove. But we can grow bigger than this one. This just gives them so much value in the long term. Yeah. They also have Takenuma. Wow, they're Juns. They're Juns. Okay. Well, that was interesting. So we basically are a card ahead. But... Ooh, that would have been so good if we managed to curve into it. Let's attack, I guess. Ah, they do have an instant. Can they channel? Ah, they can channel this, right? And they can channel the Preserver. That's not bad. Okay. Oh, they have a combat trick. Ah, we're going to blow them out so badly. Oh, this is beautiful. We forced them to exile the creature. Oh, this was just perfect. So they had to use up Favor of Jukai, and... Oh, that was just perfect. That was just perfect. Very good. Oh my god, I'm so happy. Okay, and this Jugan will give us the little monk, so we can cast Long Reach of Night, the Long Reach of Night next turn. And hopefully they ran out of land, so... Wow. Okay, that's pretty dangerous. Alright. We're not in a very good place, no. But nothing I can do about that. I have at least one decent defender, and my opponent can choose whether they sack something or discard their 4/4. Why don't you discard that? We remove a menace counter. Sadly, we don't have a menace counter on it, we just have a +1/+1 counter on it. We can't remove that. Otherwise, I could have forced my opponent to discard the +1 Prancer, and that would have been beautiful. Oh, they chose to gain life. Wow. Yeah, I think I will just kill that. Sure. And then let's see what they choose, right? So we get Jugan, we get our Flying Drake, Remnant of the Rising Star, we discarded the land, we got our 4th land finally. And I think we are not in a bad position, right? Because what we can do, for example, is we can cast Weaver of Harmony, and we can use Jugan's ability to pump it with counters. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Oh, I could have +3 on it. Oh, gosh, whatever. Whatever. Prancer can come in. Obviously, I don't really want to block it. So we're going to suck up 4 more damage here. Yeah, sure. No, that's fine. That's fine. Bring it on. And oh, we can give +1/+1. Oh, that's really? Are you sure? What? Oh, that was what a synergy! I didn't even think about it. But because the sagas get exiled before they're transformed into a creature, the creature enters the board. So all the effects which work with the creature entering the board work with this as well. Wow! I mean, this saga is a house. I could even imagine this working very well in some kind of Yorion deck. I mean, it's too bad those kinds of decks are not available anymore in Alchemy, because obviously for Historic they are not strong enough anymore. But if there would be... I don't know about Pioneer, I never played Pioneer. Yeah, maybe it's good there. Oh, this looks beautiful. 1-drop, 2-drop. And then we can defend the creature and draw some cards if they try to destroy it. That just looks so good. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Tanuki is very, very, very far away from getting cast. Oh, and we can even cast extra lands actually. So we could even ramp. Whoa. That's rare, I think, in draft. And I'm not sure you would want this card in non-draft formats. Maybe there's a very special... hard to think about it, but there might be something. This is not an enchantment creature. Oh, that's too bad. What should we do here? Should we play our Takenuma or not? I think we should try and curve out. And yeah, we should try and curve out, because if we do draw a land, then we can play Tales of Master Sashiro. That's just very good. Yeah, that's right. Whenever you cast an enchantment, so this is going to be funny, right? Because Likeness of the Seeker is going to enter the board, but Generous Visitor doesn't get counters when an enchantment enters the board. So when an enchantment successfully resolves and is actually on the board, it gets counters when you cast an enchantment. So when you pay the cost and cast it from your hand, which matters because Likeness of the Seeker is an enchantment creature, but this way Generous Visitor doesn't get counters for it. But it's going to get a counter for Tales of Master Sashiro, and that means that it's going to be big enough to start attacking. And yeah, we're just going to do it this way, so we have a good defender back, and we can start punching our opponents face to face. And next turn we can keep up. We can cast the Unforgiving One, and we can also bring Reconner's Bargain. So far our opponent looks mono-green, so they don't have a lot of good removal options, which is fantastic for me. It means that they can't do much, to be honest. They can't do a whole lot. Yeah. Right, so we're gonna bring the Unforgiving One. I think we're just going to attack. I mean, 8 is a lot. 8 is a lot. We are going to threaten lethal easily next turn. We're gonna have 10 power on the board at least, so... Oh, we're gonna have actually 15, because this is going to flip. Nice. Let's see what our opponent can do here. But yeah, they're in mono green, they don't have access to a lot of good removal. They might have something like a fight spell. But if they propose a fight, that's not good for us. It's not a good trade, then we can just go with the Recognized Bargain. They turn one of their lands into a big creature. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Sure. I'm even thinking about just sacrificing my Unforgiving One, because that's not getting through here. Yeah, I would be better off with lands or removal, right? Yeah, that's not gonna do anything here in the near future. This is a tricky creature, because it's, yeah, it's good at the beginning, but it does get outclassed quite a bit later. I mean, wait, if I force them to sack a creature here, then they're just dead. They do seem to have something up. I'm not gonna give them the opportunity to sack an enchantment, because then they can just sack the Sashiro, and I don't want them to live another turn. So they have to sack one of the 2 creatures, but then I attack and at least 2 of my creatures get in, and then I won the game. I think going monocolor in draft is very, very brave. One very rarely gets enough quality cards to justify doing that. But you can check that on my YouTube with the same name, Magic Mountaineer. I did get blown out yesterday by a mono blue deck. Very, very badly. Very, very badly. It was a beautiful tempo deck. They bounced everything. Things were going back and forth on their board. They were bouncing and getting back their own sagas. And I don't know, they cast the Modern Age, I don't know how many times. So they had access to fantastic filtering. And they discarded all the islands they didn't need. So I think when I was at, my deck still had 26 cards in it, and they were already around 19, 18, so... Of course, it's not real card advantage, looting, but selection is still a very, very powerful thing, as we know from Brainstorm and other cards. Wonder, consider... Ooh... I think if it wouldn't have Commune with Spirits, this would be unkeepable, but this way I can look for a 3rd land, and that means we can cast Weaver of Harmony here, and that might help us cast our Ninja. Yes, that's going to work. Now the problem is obviously that it's very, very comfy for them to block with the containment construct, but we are nevertheless going to just bring the Biting Pal Ninja and hope that it gets in next turn. We're not going to do much with the Weaver of Harmony, because I think as a fighting creature it has been... yeah, it became irrelevant immediately. But as a creature that can do a good bit of damage by doubling up the activations on Tales of Master Shiro, it will be very, very nice. What do we do here? Do we Hitatsugi? Do we Nezumi Blade Blesser? Nezumi doesn't do anything this turn, sadly. We could bluff a ninja to go with both. I mean, actually, biting Palm Ninja can just kill both of them, and we can get it back with Takenuma Abandoned Mire later on if we want to. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're just gonna try that first. Let's see whether they do sacrifice. I'm so silly. Somehow it's not gonna take those with it. I looked at the power of the Golden Tail Disciple and the toughness of the Containment Construct. As I said, I'm extremely sleepy. Anyway, we can buy it back. And we get rid of one of their creatures. It's something. Not much to. Shouldn't be proud of this play, definitely. Ah, gosh. Oh! I just talked about this card, the Modern Age. Yeah, and look, the selection started. They have too many lands, so they discarded. Oh, and this is beautiful with Containment Construct. Yep, because Containment Construct means that when you're discarding something, you can then oof. Yeah, we're gonna hang on to that, my friend. We are gonna hang on to that. What do they have for 2 whites? They might have the... Oh yeah, they're gonna deal damage there, right? Oh, high speed Hooverback. Really? Okay, I mean, I don't like that. That's fine. But you can see how our opponent is going to be able to get a lot of value out of this, because they're going to discard again a land, but they're going to be able to play that land, and they can activate the flyer. Next turn they're getting another flyer, and they're going to have 4 power in the air, which is not a lot, but it's something, definitely. And they have a lifelinker. White is a very good basis, a very good support color in this format. Now, what I'm hoping to do here is to pump my Hibatsugu a little bit as well. Yeah. And then just cast Twisted Embrace. What are they keeping up? I'm so worried right now. I still have to try it, I think. Okay. Are they going to bounce it? Okay. Yep. Okay. Did we manage to kill both? Alright, that went well. And then we can start swinging in. Yeah, that's okay. That's not too bad. So next turn we're gonna have 14 power on board. We're basically attacking for a lethal, and Death to the Kami will help us to remove something. Actually, we'll want to have full control at this point as well. And I wonder whether this can work. Can we get 2 copies? I mean, if we can, then we're just gonna be so far ahead. If we get 2 5/5s now. No, we get 1 5/5. Oh, shush. Well, whatever. I think we are gonna force our opponent to exile their... Yeah, we're gonna force them to exile their enchantments. They have a lot of mana up though, they're definitely up to something. I don't know what, but something cheeky is going to happen here. That's guaranteed. Yeah, and then sack the yeah, that's perfectly fine with me. We will keep the green mana up because Tamiyo's completion. Oh no! Shush. Oh, whatever, we can still attack for 6, that's pretty good. And still we can play our generous visitor, and we're doing pretty well. I mean, our opponent is 1 land ahead, but this card, I'm so fed up with it already. It's just been a few days in the new format, but blue gets so much better selection with this card at common than anything else, and the 2/3 flyer is a very decent buddy in this format, so it's just a bit infuriating. Okay! Our opponent ran out of useful cards, luckily. They drew the wrong half of their deck. Good, good, good. So we are, at the moment, I think 4-1 with Golgari, black and green, and right. Oh, that looks good. If we manage to... we almost got the worth of the entrance fee back in gems, so... I hope you're all having a great day. I'm gonna be teaching later and working a few hours on one of my research papers, which is a group agency. What are groups, institutions, how do they act, what is their physical status, which matters and grounds their legal and moral status, how we can hold them responsible and accountable. But I'm starting the day slowly with a little bit of fun, and poor Hidetsugu has to go back here because the combo of Twisted Embrace and Geothermal Kami is just too good to pass up, and we're gonna be looking for a 4th land mainly here. Yes, very good, very good. We got the 4th land, so we are on track to a fantastic start. If we find any other creature that we can play during the next turns. Right. We're playing Uncharted Haven on black because we want to avoid using Takenuma as long as it's possible. It's just nicer to use it. It's just so much nicer to use it as a spell to channel it and get something back. What about the Tanuki? Do we want to wait until we get up to Tanuki mana? I don't think so. My creatures have been growing very well with all the +1/+1 counters I have, so I think getting another land out... oh, yeah, definitely. Oof, this synergy is horrible. If my opponent can play a land, he's already going to have a 3/3 beater, life-linking beater. Yeah. Yeah, we have to ramp. And thin our deck as well. Yeah, okay. So we do want to get out another forest probably. Oh gosh, yeah, it's one of those games, right? Yeah. This might have to go... we might have to play the Kami for 0 gain. Because if they hit me for 6 or 7, 6 at least, and then down to 12, I can get back the Tanuki and play it next turn. But if they have maybe a white enchantment to remove it or something, then I'm gonna be in a horrible position. Yeah, the Kami can block a bit and it gains me life. Also, you know, it's just something I can cast the Twisted Embrace on and then maybe return it later or bounce it to my hand with the other Kami or something. Or if I get one of my ninjutsu cards, I have two ninjutsu cards, I think, so yeah, that's something. So if they attack with both, obviously we are blocking the naturalist, that's the dangerous creature here. Yeah. It already gained them so much life and advantage. Yeah, I can't afford to keep taking damage. This is horrible. This is just horrible. We'll have to get back the Tanuki, cast Twisted Embrace on Tanuki, and then Geothermal Kami the Twisted Embrace. So we have to survive several turns. And we have to hope that our opponent isn't playing anything else that's of any significance, which is obviously not going to be the case because they have 4 cards and 5 mana. Ah, we're so far behind in this one. Shush. I think this is going to be a beating. So actually Celestia looks pretty good to me. We could get back the other Kami actually. Does it help though? Not really. Weaver of Harmony would be brilliant as well. I mean, we could cast Weaver and then Twisted Embrace, but and then Geothermal Kami, the Twisted Embrace, and then we could use the Weaver to. Huh. I mean, that's true, and that's maybe better than the Tanuki. Yeah, actually, that is better, you know. So Weaver. Twisted Embrace. Take out the trainee. And then next turn, Geothermal Kami. And the turn after, play Twisted Embrace again and double up the trigger with Weaver of Harmony. Yeah, I think that's very, very good. That was painful. That was painful. So we have 4, 7, 8, 9, 10 lands out. We still have 6 lands. Okay. We have to cast the Kami. Yeah. We have to cast the Kami. Otherwise we're just dead to a land drop and the Samurai. Oh, Boseiju blew me out, yeah, that was tough. That was a pretty tough and rough story. The channel lands are just so good. Okay, that's fine because we already got the 3 house of it, so that's okay. Yeah. That was alright. I didn't get the life of that. Let's see. We can ninja. Yeah, ninja, and you're already dead. The samurai. Yeah, I think we'll have to do that. It's better to have Hidatsugu because if they have any kind of removal or anything else, then I'm just dead here. Yeah. So I think we are going to sacrifice actually Hidatsugu here. Yeah, we're going to sacrifice Hidatsugu. Are we? Oof. So annoying. What does my opponent have? A lot of mana. Oh no! Oh no, 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 no. Of course. This is rough. Okay, that really is a last minute savior in this situation. They have to sacrifice their only creature. But if they have anything, if they get the enchantment which turns one of their lands into a hasty creature or anything similar, then we're so dead. Okay, that one's gone. It wasn't very smart of our opponent. They should have waited another turn. Well, then they would have discarded it, so it doesn't matter. That's true. Okay, finally, we're building up a board. Oh god. Oh god, this was awful. This was awful. So now we have to start beating them down from 26, and they have a fantastic enchantment, and they have a crazy amount of lands, so it's gonna be very, very, very tough. It's gonna be very, very tough to beat them down. Yeah, I mean, it has menace and vigilance. I'm just wondering, should I attack with the Animus? But I don't think I need to at the moment. I mean, it would be nice, but no, I just need to go for sure that they can't kill me. Yeah. Just need to go for sure that they can't kill me. Yeah, you never know what's coming, right? They could have attacked with the Samurai, actually. So what do I want them to sacrifice more? One of their creatures or the annoying enchantments? I think at this point I just really don't want them to have a decent board. Yeah. I'm just really happy if they can't have creatures, right? Yeah. I would keep the Samurai, I mean that can still defend. Defend some things. Wow, that Boseiju blew me out. Man, that was rough. I'll be honest, I think the long reach of Knight is a little bit strong for limited though. What did we viewers think about it? I don't know. Because it's very easily a 2-for-1 and then so you basically get the creature and you take away 2 cards, right? So you add 1 to the board, they lose 2. You're sort of... Well, of course you have to play something, so you play a spell, but you're still 2 cards up. You're still 2 cards up. Wow. Our opponent is so shocked here by the event that they say, man, this is unfair. I only had a wonderful start, drew all my best removal and my rares, and this guy, he throws into some common black spell that makes me sacrifice 1. Well, to be fair, I drew really well, yeah. I drew really well. Yeah, I think they're just going to become salty. Or, you never know. People have duties, people have a life, right? The postman might have arrived, the milk delivery might have arrived, maybe they are helping the friendly old neighbor man to cross the street. You never know what's going on. Someone might have small children, and then, of course, you can't focus on playing. You might get a call, or you might just get upset because your opponent is very lucky and you curved out very well, but then, to be honest, they are quite a bit flooded, right? That's 6, yeah, that's 9 lands. They are flooded, down lands, yep. No, we all have bad draws, so I can't blame my opponent here. Unforgiving one, oh, it has menace. Oh, that's good. Alright. Alright, my opponent thought this is not going well. They went to make a coffee and let the timer run out, fair enough. I wouldn't encourage this kind of behavior, it's not necessarily very sportsmanlike. But hey, we do, everyone gets upset sometimes. Provoke the Trolls, oh my god, what a bad card. What a horrible card. Right, so we are 5-1. With our Golgari, I don't know what to call this deck. Golgari, we're really going into the enchantments and sagas theme. We have 2 geothermal Kami which can bounce enchantments. When they bounce an enchantment, they also give us life, so Our hope is that we survive to turn 4, 5, 6, and then we can start bouncing some of our sagas for value, basically, and we have a couple of decent black menace creatures, and we're just trying to get some value out of those. That's not horrible. Commune with Spirits is basically just very, very good. Ooh, this looks like a good tempo deck. Good blue tempo deck. We might be in trouble, people. We might be in trouble. Well, we definitely have our land drops, and we have a blocker for small blue flyers. That's something. Takenuma is something we want to keep for much, much later in the game. Maybe the Bamboo Groove Archer would be good later on, because blue has a couple of very potent, strong flyers. But we have 2 Bamboo Groove Archers in the deck, so we can use the channel a bit, but maybe later on one of them. That's pretty annoying. We might cycle the Tanuki. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I mean, if there would be an opening to cast Depth to the Kami, that would be beautiful. This might be it. This might be it. Are they going to try and attack? Aha. Okay, that's a good... I think that's a pretty good point to cast it. Yep. Bye-bye. Right. Well, they still... Couldn't they have gotten in with the Acquisition Octopus? I'm a little bit confused here now. Yeah, we're gonna play that and destroy the Octopus. Well, of course I'm sad that I had to use Depth to the Kami to kill Network Disruptor, but Network Disruptor, as its name says, is very, very disrupting and annoying. It's just a very annoying creature. But it seems like my opponent is going mono blue. I'm so... I don't know what I am, really. But I think in a sense I'm actually quite impressed with all these people who are brave enough to play mono blue. What? Oh, they must have had a horrible hand. They must have had a horrible hand. I'm really sorry for my opponent, because if you have seen so many cards and you really feel that there's nothing that you can play, or you know, like, this is what happens to me sometimes as well. I'm busy, I actually have things to do, and then I just say, okay, I can't continue, and I concede. Bosejo, that's a good card. That's a beautiful good card. Very, very nice. Okay, so we are at the moment on 6 wins, 1 losses. It would be nice to make this a 7 run, and then next up we could do a sealed pool. Huh. I hope you're all having a nice day. I'm going to be a bit busy later on, but nothing bad at the moment. That is a very, very decent hand. That is a very, very, very decent, pleasant hand. You are going to lead with the jungle, Hollow, get our life. The next turn we can play Azusa and ramp a bit. Hopefully we get a 4th land, and I don't know, can maybe double spell, get some more life. Yeah, we can't really ninja off the Bamboo Groove Archer because it's a defender, right? So it doesn't make sense to play Archer and then ninja off it. But this is definitely a nice hand. And our opponent is meditating. They're like their little cute dragons sleeping. Yeah, you keep. Thank you. Ooh, they're playing black. Wow, 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 wow. Danger, danger, danger. Ah, blue-black. Another blue-black. People seem to be genuinely fascinated with blue-black. I think I'll just bring our defender. If they have to use removal on this, that's good for us. And I don't want to enable... Yeah, I don't want them to just loot around without any punishment. You know, that's okay. Yeah. Ah, that's just good. I think this turn we want the ninja. And we will try to attack with it next turn and take out one of their ninjas from their hand. Or some removal. Well, if it's blue-black, they probably have good removal or counter spells or something else. So it would be very, very nice to snatch something. Yeah, next turn we will be able to cast both Azusa's Many Journeys and the Bamboo Groove Archer, and because of Azusa we're going to double land, and then the turn after we can play the Tanuki. So that's pretty good. Let's see what happens to our ninja. It might just die. Oh, really? Oh, that's pretty good, yeah. Do they have any good removal? Goshintai is very annoying, so I would be quite happy to get rid of that. We don't want a Death Touch creature. Oh, behold the Unspeakable, it draws them so many cards and it gets big. Coming of Terrible Secrets can be pretty good as well. The Big Ninja and Iteration. It bounces something, draws them a card, and then it becomes a 3/3 flyer. Ah, so annoying. Good grief, so many annoying cards. But I really hope Behold the Unspeakable. I will take that, because that's the spell that can very easily refill their hand in the late game. And that is what we don't want to happen. Now, this is interesting, right? I mean, it would be nice to have two blockers against the Menace creature. So if they do draw a land, they can flash in the ninja, or ninjutsu in the Dokuji Shadow Walker. But this would also be brilliant against the 3/3 flyer. Gosh, this is a tough one. Yeah, I think we'll just keep this as a removal spell. Yeah. We have to hope that our Azusa and the Tanuki together can do some work here. Yep, of course they did get the fourth land. Yeah, they're going to use that to bounce something. Yep. No, I mean that makes sense, right? You want to get in and make me spend my mana again. Yeah, it can help them to cycle something, because they're probably still... I don't know whether they're looking for lands. I mean, they can cast most of their things though. They have plenty of nice sagas and enchantments. Yeah. Their hand does look pretty good. You could just get rid of this. I think I'm just gonna do that. Ah, right. It's an enchantment creature. Yeah, let's cast the Tanuki. Should I just get in for 3? Yeah, maybe we're okay with life at the moment, right? We did get a bit of extra life, so despite the damage, we are still okay. Ah, you don't want to block, come on. We don't have a menace counter, so... If there would be a way to give this guy menace counters, that would be fantastic. Oh, they're gonna flash in the Big Ninja. And that's understandable. That's a pretty good plan. And then they can get the little drain again. Yeah, that makes sense, And we're going to attack for quite a bit too. That's an enchantment creature as well. Oh gosh. How annoying though. How very, very annoying. Well, let's make the opponent exile something still. That just seems fun. Yeah, well, it's pretty obvious, but it's okay. We might be able to beat them. And we have the Archer. Okay, that's a 1 mana spell. We can't cast 1 mana spells next turn. And that's a 3 mana spell, so I can't cast 3 mana spells. But I can channel Bamboo Groove Archer. There you go. And then yeah, we're just gonna go in and play our 2 other cards. Yes, that's okay. Mr. Tanuki dies. We survive. Oh, it didn't become blocked. And we're gonna play this just because we don't want Exposition Octopus to get him for any damage, right? No, we don't. Ooh, they have an artifact and an enchantment. Beautiful, look at that. We don't have any good attacks also. Does Fighting Palm Ninja have menace? No, it doesn't. Shush. Oh, we flooded out pretty badly, right? 8 of our 15 cards are lands. And we have 0 modified creatures, yeah. I can't attack profitably here. Yeah, we'll just have to sit back and stay calm and yeah, that's okay, buddy. That's okay, go for it. Wow. Suddenly their board became really big, right? Yeah. We will have to start drawing into better cards, otherwise we're going to lose this very quickly, because my opponent still has a full hand. Ah, good grief. This looks horrible. This looks truly horrible for me. The problem is if I attack with Biting Palm Ninja, they have so many creatures, they're definitely going to block with the Kami, right? If they would have only 3-4 creatures, well, anyway, they can't let damage through, right? So yeah, they're just gonna block everything they can in every case. Yeah, no, it's okay. I think in this case it's fine to just bring out the creature, roll my board, and try to get into a position where if I play something, it can... Why though? Yeah, I mean, that's a trade, I don't mind. Wow, another one. So many. This is horrible. This was the 3rd land, 4th land in a row. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lands. We still have 6 lands, so we have about, what, 25-30% to draw land every time? Oh, they can just destroy the Stalker. Silly me. I didn't pay attention there. Yeah. You know what? I just need to destroy something and get rid of the Ninja and get some cards. Wow, more lands? Man, that's just really not what we need. That's just really not what we need. Okay, we get a bit of health, and we're gonna keep that and try to shoot the koi next turn with it. Wow, this is horrible. My opponent got it. Alright, well that's life. I think this one's over, we're dead. They're gonna start drawing a lot of cards here. Yeah, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. We drew more lands than non-lands. Yeah, that's very little, very late. This should have arrived 3-4 turns before. But, you know, that's life. The problem is they can just block it with the Ocean Dice, so, you know, it doesn't make any sense at the moment to block. But they can basically draw 3 cards a turn, so, yeah, we're going to die very quickly. We're still going to own... We're still going to play it out. But look, our opponent had 1, 2, 5, 7, 9 lands out of 26 draws, right? So, you know, this is the difference. This is the difference. This is the difference, right? This is just very bad. We're just totally bad. Sedge and Badge. Curse of the lands. And we're only playing 16 lands, by the way. So, you know, it's not even like... we are playing some very land-heavy deck. Yeah, no, we're okay. 7, 8, 9, 10, 16. Alright, yeah, you can do that, but we're dead. Anyway, that was a good game. Our opponent's deck was quite funny. I like this combination of black and blue. I want to try it at some point. And they played it well. So, you know, kudos to them. I wish we would have gotten one, two playable cards at crucial points in the game, but we did not, and that happens. We're still doing very well, 6-2 at the moment. We're gonna try one more. Also, what happens is, of course, that as you get higher, and when you have a good run, you're going to encounter people who draft well, and they have a high win rate, and they probably built a good deck. They know what they're doing, so the games are just more difficult. Yeah, that looks like a good starting hand again. 2 removal spells, 2 spells that can establish a board, a good mix of mana, all that we want. I'm really curious how this is going to play out. We might have to cycle the Tanuki if we don't get more lands after the 3rd one, because it's important to have access to the Embrace, and it's important to have enough green as well, both green and black. Another blue-black deck, look at that, and our opponent is thinking it's turn 2, they have 2 mana. They're thinking very, very carefully and seriously about what they're going to do. It's a very bad sign. It means that there is someone who is very careful and deliberate about what they're going to do, and they decided that the optimal strategy is here to play an in-price Infiltrator. Our opponent is taking this seriously. They imagine they're in the finals of Pro Tour, and you know, every little step matters. They're going to give it consideration. They're going to really think about how creatures compare, what is the implication of not removing something at this point, right, so it's not going to be an easy game, I'm sure. We're on 5 mana actually, that's pretty good because we can play our Generous Visitor and we can play on it Twisted Embrace and we can destroy. Huh? No, oh no, we're going to buff this gentleman. And we're probably going to take out the Gauntlet. I don't like lifelink when my opponents have it. I don't have anything. When it's on my side, I don't have any problems with it, but yeah. Gauntlet can be annoying, and all the reconfigured creatures are very annoying because you kill the creature that has been reconfigured, but the equipment creature survives, right? So they can reuse it very easily. I find that that's a very nice form of card advantage. If you're in a position to reconfigure multiple times, you can get a lot of advantage out of it. Snare Specialist is always a good card. In every set, almost every set, there is this card, and in almost every set, this is just a good card. So here we could just what would be best here? This is tricky. But I think I'm just gonna remove the. I think I'm gonna remove the Specialist actually. Because obviously my opponent's deck is kind of a ninjutsu deck, and I don't want them to bounce my creatures multiple times. I might get punished. The Infiltrator can become big and present a good clock in the air. So if they remove my Bumblegroove Archer somehow, which is quite likely in blue-black, then... Oh, look at that. Look at that. Nice. Right. We're just going to... We're going to get rid of this. We're just gonna continue hitting face. If we don't get something useful next turn, I might channel Tanuki, or I don't know yet. I don't know what to do really. Okay. That's a trade I'm okay with. Okay, Tanuki time. Tanuki time. And Tanuki is an enchantment creature, so it also buffs our visitor. Our opponent is clearly holding up something, or maybe it's just the activation possibility of the Reliquary. They're getting into lethal range, so they have to do something. They were holding on to this because, yeah, that's not optimal. I bet they wish they would have discarded our Tanuki. Right, I think this is a winning proposition. Need to discard or sacrifice, whichever way they're not going to be happy. Yeah, they have 2 playable cards. Oh no, one of them was a swamp. Really? And what did they think about so much? Oh. This looks like it's over. I mean, there has to be really... something very, very unexpected has to happen in order for this not to be over. Please don't be angry. I understand that I was very, very lucky. My draft went well. I got very strong cards. Yeah, I did throw 2 good removal spells. I did throw into my Mythic Saga 3 good removal spells. Yeah. Got to say, wow! Look at that! That's actually pretty cool. What did they exile? Master's Rebuke. Okay, so they can survive one more turn. Yeah. No, because they're going to have to sacrifice Kotoset. But that was very interesting, very cool. Yeah. Good job. Thank you, opponent. That was fun to see. I haven't seen Kotoset in action, but it's very powerful. It's very good. I think opponent's deck was actually nice. I liked everything I saw. It's just that, you know, we were lucky in this one, and our removal and our creatures just lined up well. And this is one of the weaknesses that I sometimes experience myself with black and blue, that some of the creatures can be a little bit weak in battle. You see that a lot of them have 2 toughness. So even if they stick around, they don't line up that well. And white and green can go over them, and red can kill most of their creatures with damage-based removal. Okay, so we get a good amount of packs and a few gems. Easy 7-2. Let's see what we open. I didn't buy any packs this time around. Sometimes I paid for a few times for that 50 pack pre-order. It's a good fun at the beginning of the season, new season, to open and have a look at what one opens, what the new cards are. But this time I'm just gonna get as many of the cards as I can from drops. So far I've been doing alright. I spent 30,000 gold, which I had saved up from the last 1-2 months, and I had one draft token, and yeah, I managed to win a few gems. I want to try Progress Tyrant in a Reanimator deck in Historic. This is my first. Heiganjo has been very good so far for me. I think that's a card that might be okay as a one-off in Historic. Maybe I don't think I would play it in Jeskai, but I would probably play it in Azorius, or maybe even in Esper. This is such a funny card. I never managed to activate it. I drafted it twice, but even so, 2-drop. Oh, Farewell. I wanted one copy of Farewell as well. I think this is going to be a nice... This can be a decent sideboard card. Definitely in Standard and Alchemy. I'm thinking about Historic because Historic has this niche, right? It has a strong enchantment deck. It has 2 or 3 varieties of strong artifact decks, affinity decks. And Catovan relies on, especially the Golgari version, right? The Trade of Crumbs version, it relies on Trade of Crumbs and the Oven. So you can hit a lot of things with this. You can really hit a lot of things with this. But it's very flexible. If you have a nice enchantment out and you don't want to hit that, but if you want to hit all the creatures and the artifacts, you can do that. So maybe in a deck that can survive reliably and get to 6 mana reliably, this could be a good sideboard card, potentially. Right. I'm gonna hold a quick break, just a few minutes, and I'll be back soon, and we're gonna then... I might go for Sealed next. Not sure about it yet. I might stop for today though. I'm a little bit sleepy. And it took 2.5 hours to play. Wow. That's insane. Yep. I think for today that's it. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for being here. Have a nice evening or day or whatever time it is. I'm in Japan, so at the moment it's 10:30. And I'll have a coffee and then start working. See you probably tomorrow at the same time in the morning. Bye all.